Alright, let's see. I think we should be cool. Alright. I think we're good. Okay. Alright. Apparently my mic is on. Okay, I think we're ready. Hello everyone and welcome to the live stream. Welcome to all of you who are here right now. Welcome to all of you who are watching this later. I think I had my mic on the whole time, so you may have gotten me randomly muttering to myself in there. I don't know. But anyway, welcome everyone, and yes, welcome, and let's go ahead and get started. So today we are actually going to be following Nekora and her story, and let's go ahead, and she has no difficulty modifiers, so we'll be playing on challenging. And let's go ahead, and we will go, okay, here we go. So let's go ahead and get started, and we're playing as Nekora, and let me show you her stats real fast. If we go, where we go, pack stats. Sorry, I'm a little discombobulated today because it's been a bit of an abnormal day. If you may have noticed, the stream is really, really late, and some of you guys may know why. And but first of all, let me talk about Nekora, and then I'll explain some things. So first of all, her strength is at 35%. Her stamina is at 50 and her speed is 65, so she's not as strong, but she is definitely on the strong side compared to a lot of our wolves. She's not as strong as she could be, but she is still a decently strong wolf compared to a lot of ours. Still speed oriented though. And Nekora, her challenge is that she must always keep the pack affinity full. And if she loses a puppy while it's full, then she can revive that puppy. So that should be something where she is able to accomplish that challenge almost by default, because she has to drop everything to make sure the pack affinity stays full. However, because if it does happen to drop and something goes wrong and she loses the puppy in the midst of that, there is still that possibility of her not being able to revive the puppy. So that is a potential danger with that. Hang on, let me get my volume down a little bit because it is really, really loud. You know what? I think, hang on a sec. I'm actually going to change the music volume because the rest of the sound is really, really loud compared to it. So that shall hopefully help us hear the music a little better. Maybe? There we go. It's nice to hear the music because a lot of the time it gives you clues. It'd be interesting if we had like a deaf wolf that had to play with the sound off. That'd be really interesting. That could be a challenge sometime. Interesting theories. So, but anyway, so let's go ahead, now that we're getting started, I'm just going to go and have her do some hunting. So, oh dear, apparently I did randomly mutter to myself. Hopefully, I had my mic on, hadn't muted it. Hopefully nothing too weird in there, just me talking to myself about pre-stream stuff. Derpy Hoof says, I wonder what do I hear? Okay, just different music. I wonder, does albinism help camouflage in the snow? Talking about the new niche update that we just jumped into yesterday, just came out yesterday, and it's still in the buggy preview. It's not a full release yet. But yeah, that's my thought too, is we don't have any albino creatures, but if we find one and we can get that albinism gene in the family, and I may have to look to see if any of our creatures actually have it, then it would be really interesting to see if the albinism does help. I bet it would, because the melanism has helped in the jungle. This is getting further away. I'm talking and not thinking about what I should be doing. I'm sorry. So, yeah, sorry this stream is so late. So, as some of you guys may have known, or may have noticed, I actually put up a vlog today. Not something I've ever done before, and not something I imagined myself doing. Here we go. But yeah, so an unexpected turn of events today. I actually got up and, you know, I was getting ready. Oops, ouch. Got up, getting ready to go to church, and I look out the window and there is a bird's nest. Literally just a huge bird's nest. Wasn't there like yesterday. It's just like, I was like, oh, well that's new. And so there are actually a pair of robins making a nest in the eaves of my patio cover. So I actually vlogged about that earlier. And I spent quite a bit of the day trying to get a good shot of the mama, because she is very, very camera shy, it seems. And I've only seen Papa once or twice. I think it could be them switching off, but usually is the female robin that sits in the nest. So I'm thinking it's probably mama most of the time. But I saw Papa earlier, but I haven't seen him recently, so I'm gonna have to still try and get some footage of him as well. And I can't tell them apart very well yet. They look pretty similar. So, but that is what I was doing. I was trying to get good footage of our robins. And I'm sorry if it's a little bit loud here. It has been really, really hot. I live in a desert, and it's been really, really hot, and I have to run my air conditioner. So hopefully that's not causing too much sound problems for you. But yeah, if it is, I do apologize. It's just, if I overheat, I don't function. That's the other reason I was trying to hold off, is hopefully this will cool down and I'll be able to turn it off so that you guys don't hear constant air conditioner noise in the background. This stream just started. You're not that late. We just started with Nekora. So we just started this, and it is quite late. I explained about the bird nest. That took up a lot of my afternoon. Also just didn't get going on things as early as I normally do. So, yes. So let's see. Yeah, so Nekora's challenge is that she has to keep the pack affinity at 100%, but if she does so and a puppy dies while the pack affinity is full, then she can revive that puppy, or I should say rescue. It's not really reviving, it's just rescuing. So let's see. Yeah, as far as I know, the coloration between male and female robins, there's the elk. Got a little distracted for a minute there, but as far as I know, the coloration between the male and female robins, the females are a little bit lighter and paler in color. whereas the males tend to be more vibrant, so I'm sure I'll be able to tell them apart in time. It's just, I only just saw them a few times this morning, and I've only seen them both together a few times, so I'm not quite at that point just yet, but provided they stick around and I can continue doing these vlogs, hopefully we'll be able to tell them apart pretty soon. So, hello and welcome to the stream. Alrighty, yeah, it is kind of late, I do apologize for that. I know it's gonna be a little bit of a later stream, and hopefully it's not gonna be too late for you guys, but it is nice the stream is recorded, so if you guys can't stay for the whole thing, you can always come back and watch more a bit later. So let's see, do we have, yep, we have one more elk that's going to run, so we'll go ahead and take her down, and then we'll start heading, well, we'll maybe cross by the bear rock, perhaps, and see. So, let's see. Yeah, we have cats that run around in our neighborhood. My cats aren't outdoor, but there are certainly outdoor cats. Egg Ostrich was talking about how the cats in the neighborhood chased out a lot of the birds. But yeah, we have cats that run around in our neighborhood, but actually, ever since we got my dog, because I have a German Shepherd, they hardly show up. They don't like our yard anymore. They used to sit and try and catch birds, and I actually, when I was little, I actually saw one of them catch a bird, and that was quite dramatic. It was like watching a wildlife documentary in real life in my yard. But ever since we got my dog, the cats have not been so keen to come around, so we've had a lot more bird life showing up, and we actually fed the birds for a long time, but we started having rats show up, so we had to stop that. So a little bit of an unintended and not so good side effect of feeding the birds. But yeah, cats are actually, I think they're considered an invasive species, potentially, because they're not a natural part of the ecosystem. And when people let their cats run wild and out, I'm not a big proponent of outdoor cats. I will say that, first of all, because outdoor cats tend to get into trouble and don't necessarily live as long as indoor cats. Secondly, because they can cause damage to the wildlife populations in the area. So if you do have a cat, I would heavily recommend keeping them indoors, just for their safety and for the safety of the wildlife. Aha, here's a bear. But yeah, I believe cats would be considered an invasive species because they are not a natural part of the ecosystem, and they can do a great deal of harm to it if you're not careful. So just something to keep in mind if you have cats. Now, I know my kitties, I'm pretty sure you guys may get to meet my kitties because of this too, because I'm pretty sure they're going to be quite interested in the events of the robin nest as well. Ouch. Oh, no, we didn't actually get hit. Okay, good. That was lucky. We almost took a hit, but the bear ran. So yeah, you may get to meet my kitties, or specifically Beanie, in these vlogs, because I'm sure they will be very, very interested in the events of the robin nest, because they always like to sit and watch out the window and pretend they could catch the birds, or wish they could catch the birds, but since they're indoor, they can't. So, alright, let's see. So Black Wolf says, Jay, you're the first YouTuber I know that live streams WolfQuest. Yeah, it's kind of an uncommon thing, but it really worked out. Oh, and there's the plane too. Yeah, Nekora does have, I didn't give you guys a good look at her, did I? Nekora does have the radio collar, so every once in a while we'll see the researchers that are following her, sort of like we're following our birds. Now, it's a little bit different, but at the same time, it's on a much smaller scale. It's still kind of, it's still observation for research. So this is a much larger scale of what we're gonna do right here in my yard, provided these birds stick around. So, yeah. But yeah, I live streamed WolfQuest. It was the main series I was playing at the time, and when I first thought about live streaming, I thought, let's go ahead and just see how this goes. And how much experience we actually have. We have 600, so we're almost there. Who is this? This is a Slough male, and Nekora is quite a grumpy wolf, so we're probably gonna pick a fight. Oh, he's gonna submit, it looks like. I wonder if he's related to Terrell. Terrell was from this pack, and he looks exactly like Terrell. But yeah. So, yeah, so with, what was I even talking about? Oh yeah, so I decided to try it the one time. That was actually Lucan's stream way back when, and since then we've done many more live streams because you guys seem to love it and I really enjoy it. So if you guys are liking it and I'm liking it, then by all means, I am all for continuing to stream. So let's see. I'm trying to keep up with chat as well as playing. To is the wolf male or female? Nekora is female. So let's see. All right. Yeah, it's always good if you can. You got to be careful if you're gonna help stray animals. You got to be careful because sometimes they can be sick and sometimes they can be unfriendly. So you got to be kind of careful. You want to be safe in whatever you're going to be doing. But if you can, it's always good to not have a population of stray animals running rampant in the streets. So my kitties were. Well, they were both strays at one point, but I wasn't the one who found them. They were both rescues, and so was my dog. So we've had a lot of rescue kitties, and actually a lot of the mixed breeds or the rescues and the non-purebred basically tend to be a lot healthier than purebred, because when you have a purebred line of animals, you end up getting a lot of inbreeding most of the time. And that can cause major problems. And even my dog Sierra is a mixed breed, but she has a German Shepherd blood, and it's pretty clear. We don't know how strong it is. We don't know anything about her ancestry, but I mean, it almost looks like one of her parents could have been a purebred. But the trouble with that is, and it's a big problem for German Shepherds in particular, they tend to have really bad hip problems. And even though Sierra is not purebred, she has enough German Shepherd ancestry so that she actually inherited some of those hip problems. So there can be a lot of health concerns with purebred animals. Not to say that it can't be interesting to breed for certain traits. I'm not entirely saying that purebred animals are bad and you should never ever buy one, but it's something to keep in mind. And there are plenty of animals out there that maybe aren't purebred that would still make great pets and that are in need of a loving home. So I'm definitely a big proponent of rescuing as opposed to breeding. But you know, it's not a bad thing to have a purebred animal. It's just something to keep in mind if you're looking to adopt a pet. So let's see. I hear social arena music, so here we go. We actually have our druid female now. I think at this point in time it would still be the lead female. We're gonna try and see. Nekora is a pretty sassy wolf. I think she would try, but we may not stick around. She's not all that strong. But yeah. So let's see. Yeah, this is not going well. All right, let's see. Let me see. Yeah, the one dispersal, or not dispersal, but the Slough male we encountered was quite pretty. But perhaps we will find another wolf that looks like him. I think, though, for now, you gotta go get some food. And let's see. Nekora's stats, she's 35% strength, 50 stamina, and 65 speed. So let's see. But yeah, I do try to, so Chickadoom says, I know, like how you're basing the wolf's actions off the personality you gave them. I really enjoy trying to come up with unique personalities and traits for each wolf. That's one of my favorite things about the WolfQuest series, is how deep it can get. And that's actually something, so we probably won't actually have the air poll and such not up tomorrow, because I still have to go through and do a lot of that. So I've got the customizations done, I just have to go through and craft challenges, and because I have to do that for about, I think, 29 wolves. We'll probably be starting on Tuesday instead. Why Tuesday? Because tomorrow is actually my birthday. I'm going to be 19. I'm a little bit afraid of that fact, and because of that, I'm not going to be doing a lot of the usual recording, but I'm going to try to get some recording done tonight, and we'll have some pre-recorded episodes up, so you guys will probably be getting the final episode of Tale of Two Siblings, probably an episode of Minecraft Story Mode, and then I'm going to try and get some niche done tonight for you guys, but I'm going to be busy tomorrow, because I'm turning 19. It's still kind of a shock to me, but yeah, so yeah, adulthood came on faster than I thought it would, and it's just kept coming. So, let's see. Here we go. I'm trying to keep up with everything. Sorry if I'm a little bit behind on the chat. I'm trying to focus and at the same time keep up with reading. So let's see. Hello and welcome to the stream. New people popping in. And let's see. See you later. So Nekora tends to be a fairly grumpy wolf. She's a little bit snappy and short. She's not necessarily unkind, she just isn't all that patient. So she's a little bit of a grumpier wolf. Who's this? This is a Slough male. Oh my. He's quite the pretty one, too. Aw. Thank you, guys. Yeah, thank you, guys. And so I think she would be dominant and try and boss this guy around. But yeah, thank you guys. I'm still a little bit in shock over that. This past year has just gone whipping by, and I must say, at this time last year, I never thought I would be running a gaming channel or anything like that. This year has come with a lot of surprises, but honestly, I'm very thankful for it. So let's see. Yeah, I am 18. I am much younger apparently than I sound. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. But yeah, I am only 18. So we're gonna chase this guy off, and then we should go get some food because Nekora is pretty low on health. Aw, thank you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I still get videos out for you guys, but I'm probably not gonna end up being able to record. I am gonna try and get a lot of the WolfQuest, the challenges and stuff done though tonight and tomorrow as I have time. So, yeah. I will still try to have content for you, and I'll try to be ready to go on Tuesday. So it'll probably either be Tuesday or Wednesday. We're going to jump into a WolfQuest side story and the airboat that we usually have. We're going to have 2 polls this time because both Nova and Andromeda are going to have their own air, and the Galaxy Pack will actually be branching out. So depending on who is chosen, we're gonna have 2 different packs that form, and the packs that form from that will continue on for a while, and I'm hoping it'll be interesting. We'll be alternating them like we did with the two different families, and the Galaxy Pack will be going back and forth and following their descendants. So it'll be pretty interesting, I think. Oh wow. So apparently a lot of you guys thought I was different ages. Yeah, I'm 18, so just barely an adult. I don't feel like an adult. I don't know whose idea it was to let me adult because I have no idea what I'm doing. To be perfectly honest, I have no idea what I'm doing. And yeah. But yeah, I'm 18 and in a community college at the moment. Oh good, there's a carcass spawned up here as well. So that will help. But yeah, I mean, it's okay, here we go. It's kind of that awkward transitory maybe it would be, a phase of life where I'm not quite sure what I'm doing, and I'm just at the point of figuring out, oh, it's you again. We're gonna chase him off again. So, oh cool, yeah, I really like the Arctic ram foxes and in Niche. I really love them, and some of you guys are like, Jay, are you okay? Because I freaked out pretty badly when I saw them, because I have wanted a pack creature for so long, a pack carnivore, because up until now the triblings have been the only ones that function in packs, and now we have a predator that actually functions in packs as well, and I can't get over how cool it is. So oh my goodness. Yeah. It's definitely something that I've been looking forward to for a long time. Oh, good. So I think we have an experience to find a mate now, it looks like. Oh dear. Apparently I'm not allowed to say I'm barely an adult anymore. Great. That just means that I'm expected to be more responsible, and I should not be trusted with responsibility. I have a feeling that I don't even know. I'm terrified of failing responsibilities. But yeah, somebody let me adult. Yeah, I don't want to be 20. That's a big step. I'm not ready for that step, but it's coming sooner than I want. I'm not ready to think about all these adult problems like like finances and all the things that come with being an adult. There's so many things to do, and I have no clue what I'm doing with most of them. So, but at any rate, growing up is hard, but I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually. Let's see. Alrighty. Aw, thank you. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the niche series, and yeah, I really been enjoying it too. This new update, I'll confess, I was having a bit of trouble with the update, or with the jungle update. It was kind of getting difficult for me because it's really not something that, it wasn't the sort of thing that appealed to me. And who is this? Is this? It's a Slough male again. Okay. We're gonna growl at him. But it really wasn't, I enjoyed it, but it really wasn't my cup of tea. It just wasn't. I'm not used to all that running and hiding and things that are out to kill you that are nearly indestructible. I'm used to the idea of having something you can take down, and you just have to strategize about how you're gonna do it. That's definitely much more along the lines of what I enjoy. And so the jungle really wasn't, I was having a hard time keeping motivated with it. It was pretty difficult for me. And so this new update is much more along the lines of what I was hoping to see in niche. And it's been really, oh, there's a cougar. It's been really, really fun to get back into it and to have something that can get me so excited. So, but yeah, I've been really enjoying the new niche update as well. I'm gonna leave that cougar be because I don't think we're gonna catch it. Yeah, I'm also the sort of person who I don't think I could survive at an office job. Ooh, okay. So we have a dispersal male. And he looks a lot, he actually looks a lot like Equinox did. He looks pretty healthy. I don't see any signs of mange. What do you guys think? Should we take him as our mate? Just say yes if you want to take him as our mate, and no if you don't. Let's see. Is this game based on wolf culture? This game is based off as much, like, it's based off what we know about real wolves in the wild, basically. It's pretty realistic as far as I know. I mean, there's going to be some unrealisms. It can't mirror it 100%, but for the most part, it does a pretty good job of staying realistic. We add a lot of storyline to it, so it gets a little bit more personified, but it's still overall, we try to keep it pretty realistic and not mixing in too much fantasy. Some fiction, but not a lot of fantasy. Okay, I'm seeing quite a bit of yes. I'm seeing quite a bit of yes. I'm going to give it a little bit more time, though, just in case. But yeah, for now, I think I'm seeing a lot of yes. I'm seeing quite a bit of yes. Alright, let's see. Yeah. I'm seeing more yes than no, and I apologize. I love me my chocolate pretzels. But I think we're gonna go ahead and, yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and take him as our mate, because I saw a lot of yes. So I did some no, but I think I'm seeing more yes than no. So we're gonna go ahead and take him as our mate, and that should be kind of interesting. Yeah, LPS Leopard says, I don't like having to prepare so much to go to the jungle, so my pride won't all die. I get way too attached to them. Yeah, exactly. That pretty much sums up my thoughts on the jungle. It felt like you had to do a lot of work in order to even be able to survive. It's much more flexible in the mountains. can have more of a choice. So you kind of do need to have the big body, because otherwise your creatures get cold and lose turns. But you could still choose to have creatures that are really good at running, or creatures that are really good at fighting, or a mix of the two, which is more along the lines of what I'm doing. Alright, let's see. And, yeah, it's... I know some of you guys in chat, I do see all your comments. I don't always get the chance to reply to everyone, but I do my best to read all your comments, so you have been seen. And okay, so now it's time to name the mate. And remember, 1 to 2 names per person. This is a male wolf. So if you guys, you can submit up to 2 names per person for the mate. We're looking at a male, and what do you think we should call him? Alright, let's see. Alright, I'm gonna just let you guys submit some names here. Sorry if I'm quiet, I'm trying to type out and keep up with typing out the names, so apologies if I am a little quiet at this point. Make sure to only suggest your names once, otherwise it becomes spamming. Alrighty. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna keep keeping my eye on the chat for a little bit longer, but we'll probably wrap it up pretty soon here. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's see. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, I knew I would never live that down when it happened. Let's see. I'm gonna give it a little bit more time, but we'll probably wrap up in a minute here. I'm watching for a few more names. A few more names is still coming in, but not too many. Just a little more. Oh boy. Alright, I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up right as I say that more names come in. That's always how it is. Let's see. any more names? Last call. Not seeing any more names, so I'm gonna go ahead and randomize it. Oh, a few more names right as I go ahead and say it. Alright, last call, last call. Alright. Alrighty, we'll go ahead and randomize here in just a moment. Alrighty. Aw. Well, I'm glad you guys think my laugh is cute. Alright, let's see. Wow, more names. Okay. Wow. Whoa, okay, so many more names. Oh my goodness, all the names. I'm gonna have to cut it off pretty soon here now because... Yeah, thank you. It's a little too much. So we'll go ahead and randomize here. We got quite the selection. Yeah, let's see. So I'm going to go ahead and randomize, and it says his name is Lynx. Okay, so we're going to call him Lynx. We have the wolf called Lynx. That's kind of ironic, but we'll go ahead and leave the arena. So we have Nekora and Lynx. All right, here we go. Let's see. Let's get his name on so we can see where he is, and then we're going to send these two off to Slough Creek. And I'm going to need some advice on what den to pick. We don't have any annual challenges because these guys predate the annual challenges. So all three choices are open. Three choices being Aspen Heights, Saddle Meadows, and Bison Peak Cutoff. So any of those are open. Which den do you think we should choose? All right, let's see. And we will go ahead and go to Slough Creek. And here we are. So what den do you guys think we should pick? I'm really fond of that coat, in all honesty. A really, really nice looking coat. Definitely one of my favorites. But we have had several wolves with it recently, and I don't know. I think we might have some wolves that have it in the air vote, potentially. But I'm not positive. That was actually the coat that our, one of our main storyline mates had. Equinox had that coat. So let's see. Alright, let's see. Oh, where are you going, Lynx? He's apparently falling off the rock. Oh, okay. Oh, what were you doing? Are you okay? Are you okay? Alright. Okay. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of Aspen Heights. Ah, hello and welcome to the chat. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of Aspen Heights. Yeah, he does look like Shaster. Shaster had this same coat. Kyrian had this coat. We've had several wolves with this coat. I think we've gone through pretty much all the coats now, except some of the Life is Rough ones. So I think we're gonna head off this way. That would be interesting if he was related to Equinox. We're going to head off this way, and I think we're gonna go to Aspen Heights because that seems to be the general vote. So let's see. We're gonna head this way, and it's gonna be an interesting long journey. Then at least it's only challenging. Oh, I'll tell you, Bring It On does things to your heart. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. I apologize, I'm trying to discreetly eat my dinner as well. Alright, let's see. Okay, Nekora's stamina actually is going down. It's interesting because we went... There's a certain point where the stamina almost never goes down while running. So we'll go ahead, we'll choose this den, and then we'll hunt. So let's see. Alright, we're gonna just head up this way. That looks like where the elk herd is spawning, so maybe we will chase an elk on our way, because we're pretty close. Indeed, there they are. It has been a long time since we have been at Aspen. We spent almost season 2 there, so it became a little unpopular. Alright. Which one of you is gonna run? You're gonna run. Oh, careful. Lynx, be careful. Alright, let's see. I had a cat that sort of looked like a lynx. She was very fluffy and long-haired. But, I mean, she didn't have the lynx pattern, but she kind of almost looked like a lynx in build, except she had a long tail. Alright. Yeah, for some reason the subscriber count is exploding again. We've had so many new subs over the past few days. It's really almost unbelievable for me. I did not expect that you guys would like this channel so much, so I am super grateful for you guys for all your support. And if it weren't for you guys, I say this a lot, but really, if it weren't for you guys, I would not be doing this. Yeah, if it weren't for you, we would not be... I know there's a den nearby. We would not be having WolfQuest. We wouldn't be having any of our series. So thank you guys. Thank you for showing me that this channel is wanted. So let's see. Okay, it's 60 where stamina stops going down. That makes sense. That makes sense. We're going to make this our den. And here we go. And we should, okay, yep, we are now supposed to mark territory, but first of all, we have to hunt. And the hunting may take a bit because we're far away. Oh, excuse me, so I do apologize for that. But I will do my best to keep it from going too long. So let's see. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you to all you guys who have been promoting the channel. Honestly, that if you want to see this channel grow, that is one of the best ways you can do it. We do have a Patreon now, but if you can't support on Patreon, that's totally fine too. If you're honestly, the best way you can help this channel grow is just by spreading the word. And I do earn some income from this now, and I am getting a Patreon. I have a Patreon set up now, so hopefully at some point it can become, like, I eventually want this to be my job, if it's at all possible, because I would love to keep doing this and making these videos, and if I could do it full-time as my job, that would be totally awesome. So that is an eventual goal I'm working towards, but in the meantime, honestly, the best thing you can do is just spread the word about the channel, because the more people who join the channel and the more it grows, the more people who are joining this community, the better it is and the more likely it is for me to actually be able to make this my living someday. So yeah, it's honestly it's one of those things where it's a long-term goal, and I totally understand if you can't support in the Patreon, but if you're here, you're supporting, and I am super grateful to you guys for that. So let's see. Oh wow. Well, yeah. If you want to promote. Oh, excuse me. My voice has just gone. I apologize. But yeah, if you guys want to promote the channel, I really appreciate that, and as long as you make sure you're doing it in a way that's not spamming on other people's channels. So if it's on your own YouTube, it's on your own social media, then that is fine. I just do ask that you don't spam it on other people's or unrelated content. So like, don't spam it in other people's comments. Don't post it on unrelated things. But if you have a social media, or you're in some sort of community, or you have friends who think might like the channel, you're in a community that is related to animals, nature, gaming, etc., and you want to share the channel, that's totally fine. Just make sure you're not going to spam or break any rules in doing so. And I really do appreciate it if you guys are supporting and and promoting the channel, so thank you. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, the Aspen Heights journey is pretty long, but there's a coyote. We gotta take out that coyote. But it makes things interesting, that's for sure. All right, here we go. There we go. Let's see. If I could live anywhere in the world, have 3 different dog breeds, and what season would I want it to be? What would I pick? Good questions. I am quite fond of winter, but I suppose that would depend on where I lived. I used to really want to go and live in Alaska, and I doubt I'll live that dream now. I used to want to race in the Iditarod. I was really into dog sledding. I actually went urban mushing, which is basically the desert equivalent or the snowless equivalent of dog sledding. Basically, it's where you have a dog pulling you on a scooter in a harness, and they really love it. But I used to do that with my dog when she was younger before she had her hip problems. Now she can't do it anymore because of that. But when we were younger, she would do that. It was a great way to get her energy out because holy cow, she was a hyper puppy. Yeah, so I used to want to go and live in Alaska and race in the Iditarod. I still think that would be pretty cool. It's a dream I doubt I will ever fulfill. But yeah, I probably would, if I could live anywhere in the world, go to Alaska. And then in Alaska, winter might not be such a great choice. And 3 dog breeds, I would have to say Karelian bear dogs, Huskies, and German Shepherds are probably my favorite dog breeds. So let's see. All right, where are we gonna go? Okay, I think I'm gonna howl, and I think that should be enough food for by the den. So we're gonna chase this elk for the journey now. Let's see. If I'm still around when you guys turn 50, that will be a miracle. I would love it, but I honestly, I don't know. It really depends. We'd have to see. I would love it. But it might be kind of, I don't know. We'll have to see. Things phase in and out of popularity, so I wouldn't be surprised if by then there's some other new cool thing that comes up. But if I'm still around by that point and making these videos, I'll have you guys to thank for it. And let's see. Yeah, the Aspen Heights journey does end up being pretty rewarding. You do definitely end up with a sense of relief if you make it all the way across. So let's see. Let me see. My dog's name is Sierra. You guys may get to see her in some of the vlogs here. We'll have to see depending on what she's up to. I may feature her in some of the vlogs now that we're doing those. Let's not run into the bull elk. But yeah, she's actually not feeling her best at the moment. She hurt her paw, so I told her she needs to rest. And so she has to stay off. She has to stay off her foot for a while. Hopefully not super long. It was just a cut on her paw pad, but she's not going to like not being allowed to run around for a while. But yeah, she's resting right now. But you may see her, especially if she happens to be outside in any of the Bird's Nest vlogs, if those continue. But I'll try and feature some of my other animals in them now that I am actually doing that. So let's see. How is it in California? It depends on what part of California you're in. There are some really nice parts, probably kind of expensive parts of California, to be perfectly honest. And then there's the desert, and I am in the desert. So how is it here? It is very, very hot all the time. We had like 2 weeks of springtime, and now it feels like summer already. So yeah, that is a thing. So I'm going to actually run off this way and do some of the hunting over here so that this elk herd will despawn, and then we'll come back and finish up in a little bit, by the way. So let's see. Alright, let's see. If I had to pick 3 jobs, what would I choose? YouTuber, director, film/TV director, and probably writer. And I hope I can at some point accomplish all 3 of those at some point in my life. What animal would I choose to be for the rest of my life? Probably some form of canine. Although a big cat would be interesting too. Let's see. Alright, let's see. The mate's name is Lynx. And yeah, you get really really sick of the heat out here pretty quickly. So I'm definitely more of a person who prefers the cold to the heat. And ironically, I have much higher cold tolerance than I do heat tolerance. So in the summertime, I basically live indoors with my air conditioner running full time. If I go outside, I end up, we can get 110 degrees out here. Let me just say that. It can hit 110 degrees, and it normally, once you hit full on summer out here, it ends up being over 100 almost every single day. So, yeah, people out here end up living inside for a lot of the summer. But yeah, unfortunately, I got a very high cold tolerance, which doesn't do much for me out here, where it rarely drops below freezing in the winter, and a very low heat tolerance. So let's see. Yeah, so, yeah, that was actually an amusing conversation with Song, where we were talking about, if one of us dies, the other person will probably die at the funeral by tripping over the coffin or on the stairs or something like that, because that is something that would happen. Yeah, it would happen. I have that sort of ability to accomplish disaster without meaning to, and it's just something that would happen. We might kill the bull elk, but honestly, that would take a long time, and hunting is going to take long enough, so we probably won't. So let's see. Alright, let me see. I don't know what my spirit animal is. I'd never actually taken one of those quizzes, and I honestly do not know. What do you guys think it would be? I really don't know. And let's see. Oh yeah, it's definitely, if you're in a place that's hot and humid, that is worse than it being just hot. I will say that. Like I said, I live in a desert, so it's 110 degrees out, but it's also like 10% humidity, if that. So, not last summer, not the summer before, but the summer before that, I actually did a cross-country trip. We drove, my whole family drove, we were gone for like 2 weeks, and we drove all the way from Southern California to North Carolina, because I had, it was actually a pre-veterinary camp. I was into veterinary stuff for a while, and still interested in it, but I don't think it's more competitive than medical school, let's put it that way. Human medical school, that is. So it's very, very hard to actually become a veterinarian, and if you do, it's like 6 years of college, and it can be difficult to actually find jobs, even if you make it through medical or veterinary school. So you could end up doing about 6 years of college and not get a job, and that was not something I wanted to mess around with. So it gives me a newfound respect for those who actually are veterinarians and who have gone through all that and made it through and gotten jobs and everything. But I don't think it's something I could do. And also just there are a few other things, like the idea that needles scare me half to death even when it's not me getting the shot. There's just multiple reasons that I would probably not do well as a veterinarian, although veterinary medicine itself still does interest me. But we drove all the way out to North Carolina, 2-week trip there, back, and all across the U.S. basically. But at one point we ended up, there's kind of a line between the hot and dry part of the U.S. and the hot and wet part of the U.S. in the South. And we crossed that line in the car, and you know, we're in the car, we had the air conditioning on, and had I didn't know we'd crossed that line, but all I knew is the last rest stop I gotten out at, it had been hot and dry, and then I took a step out of the car at the next rest stop, and I could barely breathe because the air was so moist, and I was just like, what is this? How do people live in this? So I don't do well with humidity, long story short. But yeah, it's definitely worse if it's hot and wet than if it's hot and dry. At least out here, sweat actually does something instead of just joining the water in the air. So let's see. Let's see. Alrighty, see. Wow, lots of interesting occupation, lots of different interesting occupations that you guys are interested in. I will say, honestly, if you love something, pursue that, because it's not good if you end up stuck in something that you don't like your whole life. That's actually my worst fear, is getting stuck with a desk job, for a multitude of reasons, but I'm extremely ADHD, and I think I would quickly lose my mind. That's why YouTube is a good outlet for me, because I have a lot that I can be doing all the time, and I have a lot of things I can focus on. If I had to do a desk job, I think I would quickly go insane. So if you have something you love, pursue it, because if you end up pursuing your dreams and you end up actually being able to get your dream job, it doesn't happen for everyone. Sometimes it's not always possible, but if it does happen, it's going to be a wonderful thing. And it's always worth pursuing your dreams instead of just settling for something that in the long run is not going to be enjoyable. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Okay, do I like Siri Pixel Biologist? Yes, actually, I do watch Siri's videos. I am a fan of her. I like a lot of what she does, and I love how she puts a lot of story into it. I don't agree with her on everything, but as a general rule, I like what she does, and I watch a lot of her videos. That actually led to some concerns, and I almost didn't I almost didn't make this series because I was worried, because she's probably the biggest WolfQuest YouTuber out there that there is. And I really like her WolfQuest series, but it was one of those things where I have this game, and there's only so much you can do in this game, so how do you end up making it distinct? And that was something I really had to think about quite hard before I started making the series, was how can I make this distinct from what she's done? How can I take this and make it my own, so that it's not just a carbon copy of the things she's doing? And that was sort of how the idea of, well, she branched out more into the fantasy, and I'm going to stay more on the realistic side. I think that was a part of how the series ended up being what it was, because it was a distinction that I wanted to keep. It was something that I've never seen done before, something that would make it stand out, make it unique, make it its own thing, not just a replica of what somebody else has done, but its own innovation. So that was sort of how our WolfQuest series became what it was. It had a very complicated and a very interesting sort of beginning. It's always good to have a little extra bunny food in there, by the way, too. So let's see. I also watch Dan's stuff. He is a pretty big YouTuber. I'm not like, I mean, I like his stuff. He amuses me, but I'm not like a hardcore fan. So I enjoy his stuff, but again, you know, not always my cup of tea. It really just depends. So let's see. Here we go. Yeah, it's the thing with Siri and her WolfQuest series. I like it. I enjoy it. I watch it. When she puts out new episodes, I do enjoy them, and I do like watching them. But she added so much fantasy that it got really complicated, and it started to deviate from what I've always seen WolfQuest as. So while I still enjoy it, it's just not, again, it's not necessarily what I would do. It's a little bit different, and it works for her, and that's totally fine. But it's just not necessarily what I would do. It's different, you know what I mean? So I enjoy it. It's just, you know, different tastes. So let's see. Yeah, be careful with giving out where you live, especially if you live in not somewhere like a big city. Be careful and don't do that. General area is usually okay. I say Southern California. Southern California is pretty big. But try not to be too specific about that. I would not give much more than state or general region if you live in a large state like California. And if you live outside, yeah, just be careful with that. Don't give too many specifics as to where you live. Oh my. Are we really that close to 600? Wow, we may hit that during this stream then. So let's see. Who is my favorite YouTuber? The two YouTubers I watch most faithfully, I wouldn't necessarily say favorite for sure. I don't necessarily have a... I'm not actually that big into... Believe it or not, I'm not a huge... I usually am watching YouTube videos, but I'm not like a hardcore fan for any of them. But I do enjoy, and I watch pretty faithfully, series videos, and then I also watch Etho's Lab. Etho is actually a lot of the reason I started this channel, because he's the one who made me realize that YouTube can be a job. Because it hit me when I was watching his videos. Here we go. This should be the elk herd, right? It hit me when I was watching his stuff. Oh no, the old herd hasn't despawned. That's what's going on. But it hit me while I was watching his stuff. Actually, there are some of the channels I have featured. The ones that I watch a lot are the ones I have featured, or friends. And friends' channels are also ones I watch a lot. But as far as the big name YouTubers, Etho was actually the one who first made me realize that, hey, it's actually possible to make a living off of this. And that was when that sort of became an aspiration for me, was through watching his stuff. So I really enjoy his videos. And then I really like what Siri does with the nature and wildlife. I hadn't seen that done too much before, and I really enjoyed it. So Siri is another one of my favorites. And then Dan makes me laugh, so I do enjoy his videos too. I don't know. I don't consider myself a huge YouTube watcher. I generally end up watching it in the background and stuff while I'm doing things. But yeah, I don't know. Aw, thank you guys. You guys are being so sweet here. Aw. And let's see. Alright, here we go. I think one of the most difficult things about YouTubers too is it's hard to find channels that keep it PG. There are a lot of great YouTubers who I would really enjoy, but they add a lot of content that I just feel is unnecessary. And that's, yes, I want to keep the channel family friendly for me, but at the same time, I just don't like that stuff either. So it's really hard to find YouTubers that won't add a lot of unnecessary stuff to their videos that just doesn't need to be there. And that's one of the hardest things about finding good YouTubers, in my opinion, is there's not a whole lot of them who don't add all that stuff. So that's not the main reason that I made that choice for my channel. Main reason is just I don't appreciate that for myself, so why would I put it in? But I also want to provide a family-friendly alternative to some of the YouTubers who have made other choices and who might not be so family-friendly. So, and aw, thank you all you guys who are saying that I'm your favorite YouTuber or that you really like my stuff. Thank you to all you guys who support the channel, whether that be even just watching or commenting or liking or subscribing or telling others, whatever you do to support this channel. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, because I've said this so many times, but seriously, I would not be here if it weren't for you guys. I would not be making YouTube videos just for myself. I'm doing this because of you guys, and you guys are the reason that I've decided to keep going. So you're the ones we have to thank here. Okay, let's see. So, have I ever heard of Jessie Mew? Yeah, Jessie Mew is another one of the YouTubers that I watch, but I haven't seen as much of her stuff. I'm pretty new to her channel. It seems like she does pretty good stuff so far. So, but I just haven't seen all that much of it. So, okay, here we go. There we go. So, let's see. Alright, here we go. It's interesting, a lot of you guys are talking about Minnesota. Actually, some of my family comes from Minnesota. So, I definitely, it's pretty cool. It's a cool place. I've been there a few times. Much colder than here, which I enjoy, except it can get really cold in the wintertime. But yeah, I would love to live there. For one thing, they actually have wolves. Us Californians are not so lucky. we have OR5 now though, and I think he still is in California. I haven't heard much update on him recently. I should look that up again and see if we have any updates on OR5. But yeah, wolves were actually eradicated in California a long time ago, back when the big bad wolf was still really a thing, and people had a lot of fear of wolves. People tend to fear what they don't understand. And so there is a lot of fear towards and concerning wolves, and a lot of them were eradicated. They were seen as a vicious hunter and a fierce predator, which they are, but at the same time they're not. That's part of the ecosystem. They are fierce hunters, but they're not aggressive towards people, for one thing. Most of the time, wolves will prefer to run away unless they're sick or starving or something's wrong with them. But people didn't know that way back when, and so they actually killed off a lot of the wolves here, just like they did in Yellowstone. And so California hasn't had any wolves for a long time, but recently, within the past few years, a wolf wandered down from Oregon. He's known as OR5. I believe they have a collar on him, and he shows up from time to time. I haven't heard much about him recently, though. But yeah, so we have had a wolf here in California, and he apparently found a mate and started a pack here. But I'm not positive if they're still around or if they went back up to Oregon. So, can Nekora please go to the cattle ranch? Maybe we'll consider doing that. We are pretty close to it. Okay, I think the elk herd actually despawned. So, let's see. Alright, let me see. Here we go. And nope, they're still up here, aren't they? They're still around here somewhere, I think. Oh, yep, I see them way at the top of the hill. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious me. Hunting takes a while. We've pretty much gotten the hunting all done to the summer hunting grounds down there, though. So now we just have to hunt across the big field between where we are and where our den is. So it'll be a little bit longer. So let's see. Yeah, coyotes are another controversial thing. Basically any predator. The trouble with larger predators like wolves or even coyotes or cougars or bears or anything like that. Maybe less so bears, because bears are not necessarily hunters as much as they can be, but as much as scavengers. And where the heck are these elk? Oh, they're over here. Goodness, they were hiding well. But any carnivore, basically, or in bear's case, omnivore, that will attack and kill other animals has the possibility of preying on domestic animals like sheep or cows, or usually sheep, not normally cows, but has a potential of attacking domesticated creatures, and that can be a big problem for ranchers. So with ranchers, with people who keep animals, or I think ranchers or farmers, or basically people who practice animal husbandry in keeping animals for whatever purpose, that can be a big issue with them. And a lot of people, a lot of ranchers still don't like wolves and still don't like coyotes, etc., because there is always that chance that a predator like a wolf or a coyote will attack and kill their livestock. So it's a big debate. And basically my take on it is, if you can relocate the animals safely, then a lot of the time it is best to do that. It's, in my opinion, killing an animal should be a last resort unless it's for the... So like we talked about, we actually had a stream with Song's dad, and we talked about things like overpopulation and deer, like how they had to go cull, they had to go out and cull the deer in an urban area because they were becoming a problem, and they were causing issues, and so they actually had to go cull the deer. That's a little bit different. But in terms of if it's not a necessary thing, if there's an alternative to killing the animal, I will always support that. But in a situation where you have an animal that is habitually killing livestock, and especially if it gets comfortable with humans and is becoming a danger to humans, then because that's another big reason why animals may attack people, is they've gotten familiarized. So never feed wild animals. Never get them used to people. That is not a good thing, and that can be a very big issue, and it can cause a lot of problems. So if it's a situation like that, then sometimes there's no choice but you have to put the animal down. And that's a little bit different, again, than just going out and shooting an animal because it attacked your livestock. Sometimes you have to do that, but a lot of the time there's better alternatives. So, anyway, let's see. Yeah, it's 7 o'clock here, like I said, California Pacific Standard Time. So it's fairly early for me. And let's see. Oh, cool. I would love to have a pet fox, but they're illegal here. Literally, like, everything is illegal here. So yeah, that's a thing. But yeah. So, but yeah, there's a big debate over what exactly, and especially, you know, it's gotten a little bit better with wolves, but coyotes are still generally seen as pests. And it's one of those things where, especially as people's understanding of how these things impact the ecosystem grows, then people's understanding of how important it is to not just go shoot stuff because it attacks your livestock is, and how sometimes, a lot of the time, relocation can be a better option. Not all the time, but a lot of the time. So let's see. Alright, here we go. Alright, ooh, no more attacking for a moment. We've got to get a little closer. I'm gonna actually just chase it across here. I'm gonna let my stamina come back a little bit more, though. And, oh boy, now we have to swim. Dang it. Alright, just one more bite should do it. Hopefully the elk is getting a little fatigued as well. There we go. Alrighty. There are coyotes where I live, but I live in a little bit more of an urban area. But in, like, my grandparents have, well, my grandma now has a farm out in a more rural area of Colorado. And at night you can hear the coyotes yipping, and sometimes they're even out in the field. I encountered an elk in their backyard once. That is, a lot of you guys have probably heard my elk story. But if you guys haven't, I can share it again. But I have actually encountered an elk in their backyard one time. That was a little bit uncommon, but they definitely do have more of a wilder side, because they live in a bit more of a rural area. So let's see. No. Let's get this elk down the hill. So let's see. Yeah, I've heard foxes can be hard to take care of. I've seen some of the YouTube channels where the YouTuber has a fox, and they seem like they could be kind of high maintenance. Let's see. Yeah, coyotes do attack wolf pups, but wolves will also attack coyote pups. And it's really just a competition between them. It's one of those things where they come into conflict because they share resources, they share prey, and in order for one to survive, sometimes it means they have to end up trying to take out the other one, pretty much. It's just an instinctive thing in competition with other predators. Sometimes that means attacking and killing. So let's see. Yeah, we have to hunt pretty much the whole herd, except perhaps, we won't kill the bull elk, because that takes a long time. And a lot of you guys are saying, the hunting is taking so long, can we just skip to the pups? Well, that's the one downside of live streaming, is no, you can't. You can't skip to the pups. I can, in the normal WolfQuest, I can montage it. I can skip through a lot of the hunting, and you know what, we're actually just gonna run back to the hunting ground over here and try and get a new herd to spawn. But in a live stream, I really can't skip over it. So let's see. Wow, that's really interesting. So Egg Ostrich says, Jay, have you heard about the first breeding pair of Yellowstone wolves? When they were reintroduced, the female was found to influence 80% of the early packs. I can believe that, though. That's how it is when animals are introduced, and in fact, that's where niche is a perfect example, because we always start out with 2 creatures, and 90% of the offspring, unless you happen to have rogues that come in really early on, but 90% of the offspring will probably end up tracing their genetics completely back to those original parents, and almost all of them will probably trace back to the original pair in niche, at least partially. So I can very much believe it. So let's see. Oh wow, I wish I could see a moose. I think it'd be really cool, probably really scary, but also really cool. I don't think I've ever seen a moose in real life. I've seen videos of them and stuff, of course, but I've never seen a moose in real life. Alright, let's see. Okay, let me see. Yeah, don't go near, if you see wildlife, even prey animals, don't approach them, because a lot of the time they can be very defensive, and even prey animals like deer or elk or moose can do some serious damage if they want to. They have very hard and dangerous hooves, and a lot of them will have antlers, and if they attack you, they can do some serious damage. So even if you see an animal, it's a prey animal, be very careful and admire it from a distance, because you don't want to get hurt or even potentially killed. Even the prey animal can be really dangerous. A lot of them are equipped for dealing with predators like the wolf, and so when you have someone like a human who's not necessarily made for hunting and killing prey without implements like a bow and arrow or a gun, it's not gonna go well. Let's see. Oh gosh. Alright, let's see. I really do like fennec foxes. They're very, very cute. Actually, I was just at a zoo where they had fennec foxes, and they are so adorable. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they're very, very cute. The ears are amazing. We don't have many elk around here. We don't really have elk around here, so I haven't heard them calling really. But not in real life at least. But I have seen them before. So let's see. Oh wow, that's so cool to all you guys who have seen wolves in the wild. That's really special too, because a lot of the time you don't get the chance to see wolves because they're very elusive. I was lucky enough to actually be able to see one of the Yellowstone wolves when we went to Yellowstone a few years ago. And I was fortunate enough to actually be able to see one of them out in the wilds of Yellowstone. It was very, very far away. It was actually a mama, and she was very, very far away, but nevertheless, it was so cool. Kind of living a dream for me, because I had been playing WolfQuest for many years, even at that point. And, you know, seeing as it takes place in Yellowstone and all, it was very, very exciting. But, yeah, if you have seen a wild wolf, that is a very, very special moment, so never forget it. And I hope at some point all of you will be able to experience that, because it's really, really cool. Let's see. Let me see. Yeah, some birds have interesting courtship dances. I'm having a little bit of a hard time keeping up with chat. Sorry, I'm trying to focus on the hunting as well. So I may, when we get a little bit more of a chance, I may have to scroll through the chat a little bit to just make sure I'm not missing too much. So sorry if I'm not answering your question. At this point, if I haven't answered your question, it's probably okay to post it again, because chat has been going pretty quickly, more quickly than I'm used to, and it's a little bit hard to play and keep up with the chat sometimes. So let's see. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Where are the elk? I hear the music, but I don't see the elk. Maybe they went up, I bet they went up this way. So let's see. Yeah, fennec foxes are very, very cool. I tried at one point. I have an unfinished design for an anthropomorphic fennec fox, but I haven't really done too much with him yet. I'm still working on his design. And I liked that they actually included a fennec fox in Zootopia. That was a huge exciting moment for me. The one, if you guys remember, the not Nick, but the other fox, his name is actually Finnick, I believe. But he is a fennec fox, I'm pretty sure. And I was really excited that they included him because it's not a commonly well-known fox. And I cannot for the life of me find these elk. What the heck? Alright, let's see. Here we go. Alrighty. Oh wow, seeing a coyote in your yard is really cool, but really scary too. That's a big problem out even in the urban areas. I've had friends who have lost cats, or I've heard of even small dogs being taken by coyotes. So if you live in an area where there's coyotes, it's important to be aware of it and to be very, very careful with small pets, because if a coyote does decide to come after your pet, it can be very, very bad. Oh, and my voice is dying. I'm sorry. So let's see. Yeah, so you want to be careful. I've seen my share of coyotes out in the desert, but I am so confused. Where is this elk herd? But yeah, it's, you have to be kind of careful if you know you're living in an area where there are coyotes. Or coy wolves. In certain areas of the US, you actually have to, what? Oh! Well, that's where that is. That was totally an accident. I didn't even see it. But yeah, there are actually coyote wolf crossbreeds. I don't know if they'd be considered hybrids or not, but because I think they can reproduce, and I think that's one of the things that defines a hybrid is they can't. But yeah, coy wolves can be a problem in some parts of the US, which is where coyotes and wolves have interbred. Where the heck? I'm so confused. The puppies are coming once we finish hunting, which will happen when we find this elk herd. Let's see. Yeah, I must say it's a little bit cliche, but I am quite partial to wolves when it comes to my favorite animal, or to canines in general. A lot of that is due to just how much playing WolfQuest has been a part of my life, and then honestly, just they were one of the first animals that I ever really fell in love with and researched and learned a lot about, and so they always have a special place in my heart. And I just really, they're just really cool. Let's face it, they're really, really cool. But yeah. So let's see. Yeah, it's very, very difficult to draw humans. Do not feel bad if you can't draw humans. For a long time, I was not able to draw humans, and I finally am just at the point, after having been drawing since I was like, since I could pick up a pencil pretty much, I am finally just at the point where I'm starting to be able to draw people. I'm finally just learning to draw people. So let's see. Yeah, I know it's getting late for some of you guys. I'm sorry it's taking so long. And always remember, you can come back and watch more. You can rewatch the stream even if you can't participate in it live. It will be recorded, so you can always come watch it later. And I am so annoyed at you right now, you guys. You have no idea. I'm gonna go back to the other hunting ground and see if we can find the herd over there. Alright, let's see. Alrighty. Yeah, so you really do have to be careful. That's another reason why I don't necessarily condone outdoor cats, because they can get, they're very susceptible to predators like coyotes. And even small dogs, you gotta be careful. Even large dogs, you've got to be careful, because if your dog gets in a fight with a coyote, it could still be serious, and they could still get sick from it potentially. if the coyote had some sort of illness or something, which, you know, you got to think about animals living in the wild without any access to veterinary care. A lot of the time they have parasites or whatever, or illnesses that maybe they can handle because they're better adapted to it, but our domestic dogs haven't had to deal with that survival aspect because they can just go to vet and get some medicine for it. So you got to be really careful, because your animals can get sick from coyotes or such. So let's see. Alright. Where did we go? Yeah, I saw a documentary about koi wolves not long ago. That's why I've been so interested in them lately. It would be interesting. It might detract some from the game, but like if WolfQuest ever expanded to the point of having much more of a longer... At this point, we're only just looking at the beginning of what will hopefully be episode 3 eventually. But if WolfQuest continues in years to come, it would be interesting if they added something to do with koi wolves at some point. I'm sure that would be far future if it was ever added, but it would still be interesting to see if they ever addressed koi wolves. Let's see. Aw, well, thank you. Thank you to you guys who like my art. I don't necessarily, but sometimes it's okay. I think I've finally learned how to draw wolves. I better have learned how to draw wolves because I'm doing an animated series about them. So if I don't know how to draw wolves, we're in trouble, but I can at least manage that, and I'm slowly getting better at humans. Let's see. And, yeah, I'm sorry, it has been kind of difficult for me to keep up with the whole, with the chat. It's been moving kind of quickly today, especially as the channel grows. The more the channel grows, the more people show up in the streams, and the more people show up in the streams, the more of you are chatting and moving the chat, so it can be hard for me to keep up with everyone, and the chat is going faster today than I've ever seen it. So it's a little bit more than I can handle, so sometimes I do miss comments, much as I try not to, because I am also playing the game. So it's kind of difficult for me to keep up with everything. So if I don't answer your question, it's okay to repost it, just try not to spam it excessively, and if I still don't get to it, you can always post it in the comments, and there's a lot better chance that I will get to it there, because I can go through that at my leisure, as opposed to trying to keep up with the game and of quickly scrolling chat. So let's see. Am I studying animation as a major? It's not exactly a quote major. So my thing with animation is I do want to be an animator. I'm taking some classes at my college in steps towards that, but it's one of those things where it doesn't necessarily depend on the degree you have, it depends on your portfolio. So at the moment it's not my major, I'm just trying to get some experience in it, and depending on it, I'm kind of playing it by ear. So like the way I see it, there's not a huge amount of point in going to a college and getting a ton of classes if you don't necessarily need to do that. I thought she had more health, dang it. There's not a huge amount of point in going and paying for a very expensive education to get a major in animation if you can get the experience you need from a few select classes and still be able to know what you're doing, get a good portfolio, and get a job. So that's kind of my take on it. I am studying to be an animator, but I haven't declared it as a major. So let's see. Alright, let's see. I'm not on DeviantArt right now. I want to get one. You can find my social media links on the channel. I'm mostly on Tumblr right now and on Twitter. Twitter I use for a lot of channel stuff. Tumblr I use a lot for personal art and random fandom things. And I also have an Instagram, but I'm kind of peeved by the fact that Instagram relies so much on phone use, so I don't use Instagram that much. I'm trying to use it more, but I have to port everything I post on there to my phone, and that's a pain in the butt, since most of my art I do on my computer. So, yeah, I don't necessarily post a lot on Instagram. And I do have Facebook, but again, it's usually more of a personal thing. I use it to keep in contact with a few people and for games and stuff. So my Facebook is a little bit different. So let's see. Oh my goodness. And some of you guys are actually advertising for my Tumblr. Thank you. My art is, I fear, not as amazing as you guys are giving me credit for. But I enjoy doing it. Apparently people enjoy looking at it. So I guess that counts for something. So let's see. Yeah, guys, please try to keep it chill in the chat. It's getting a bit drama heavy, and we do not need a visit from our good old friend, the Drama Llama. So, again, like I said, if I don't get to your message here, I'm not exactly in a position where I can scroll back right now, because I'm playing the game, and I can't easily switch windows without putting a halt to everything. So if I don't see your post, it's probably better to put it in the comments. I still would love to see it, but it's probably better to put it in the comments because it's really hard for me to actually keep up with chat at this point. It's going a lot faster than I'm used to. So if you have a question or a comment and it doesn't get answered or addressed, make sure to post it in the comments after, because the chat log doesn't stick around and it scrolls by really fast on the side of my screen as I'm playing the game. The comments are there for me to see and address as I can, as I have time, as I am able, etc. So, yeah. Alright, let's see. Yep, my Tumblr is JZX535. There's a link to it from the, if you look at the channel art, there should be a link to my Tumblr there as well on one of those little side things that pops up. It should also be on the About page of the channel. So, oh my goodness. Oh dear. I fear the Drama Llama will become a meme now as well. It kind of already is, though. Let's see. Here we go. Alright, okay. We're gonna chase this elk, and we're just gonna take down a few more elk, and then we should be good. And, we'll head this way. Yeah, be careful even with expressions. There are certain text-speak expressions that are probably best left out. So just be kind of mindful. Yeah, it's just one of those things where we try to keep everything PG, just because there are a lot of younger people on this channel, and it's usually better to be safe than sorry. Will I continue to feature fan art? Yes, I will. It took me a long time this past time to get myself together, because it took me 4 hours to set up for one episode of the Galaxy Pack this time. And that basically ruined my schedule for the week. So fan art feature will be coming back. I also have featured a lot of the fan art we already have. And I do my best not to double feature. It sometimes happens. But I normally don't double feature. So when new stuff comes in, and we have gotten some new stuff, so this next week I'll probably be featuring some of it. Oh, I didn't necessarily want to kill the elk right here, but okay, that's fine. But as new stuff is coming in, which we probably have enough for another fan art feature now, then yeah, I will continue to fan art feature. So let's see. Alright, let's make sure we can... Okay, this time the elk actually ran. That's good. Sometimes we're a little too good at this and take it down a little too quickly. So, no worries, no worries. Again, it's one of those things. Just keep an eye on it. Usually, with stuff like that, unless it's something really bad or it's a repeated thing, then it's not going to be too big of a. It's just something you'll get a warning for it. It's just something to be aware of. Let's see. Oh goodness, yeah, don't stay up super late if you have school and such. Yeah, just be, yeah, don't keep yourself up watching my videos. take it from me, who's the sort of person who does stay up super late watching videos and getting sidetracked and such not. It's not worth it. You will end up exhausted and dead the next day, and then the whole day will be miserable, and the cycle will repeat itself if you're not careful. So it's a lot better to go to bed and get some sleep. I have a notoriously bad sleep schedule. It's not fun. I'm trying to fix it. So make sure you're not messing up your sleep schedule just so you can watch my videos. I'm honored that you're that dedicated, but really, make sure you take care of yourself and don't exhaust yourself to watch my videos. I don't want anybody getting sick or being exhausted and miserable because of me. So let's see. Yeah, I just have been behind on things this week, in part, well, mostly because of that, but then also in part because I have insomnia. I don't sleep nearly as much as I should. Yeah. So another thing with that, I need to be careful, because if I end up getting too exhausted, then I can't function and make videos, and then I get behind, and then I'm scrambling, and everything goes to pot. So yeah, moral of the story, get enough sleep. We're not quite done hunting. We want to get just a little bit more. I'm probably going to kill 1 or 2 more elk, but then we should be done. So let's see. Oh yeah, it's the time of year for testing, isn't it? Yeah, don't worry. To all of you guys who are going through various exams and stuff, it does end. Eventually, it does end. It may take a while, but it's not, you won't have to go through these tests. You won't have to go through these tests forever. So, stick with it. Be strong. The end is coming. Let's see. Alright, here we go. Alright, here we go. And I'm gonna keep chasing this elk this way. We'll probably do 1 or 2 more. So, wow, we have quite the range of people watching the channel, too. I'm always amazed by how people from all over the world are watching these videos. It's honestly mind-boggling what technology today is capable of. It never ceases to amaze me. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It is that time of year again. So, but don't worry, you guys. There will be an end to the testing. Okay, so I think we should be good. How many elk? Yeah, we've got plenty of elk. So we're gonna go ahead and mark territory, and then we'll move on to puppies. And I'm actually going to pause for just 1 moment because it is really dark here and I need to get my light on. So I will be right back. And I should turn off my, probably turn off the air conditioner too. It's starting to get cold. All right, here we go. Sorry about that. Oh yeah, we should compare the howls here. We'll do that. So let's have them both howl together. Let's see. Oh my goodness, are we at 599 already? Dude, I think they have the same howl. Oh, they do. Oh wow. Yeah, there are a lot of new faces in chat today. So welcome to all of you guys. I'm always excited to see new people on the channel. It's always very, very fun. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark the territory here. And we are thrilled to have you guys. It's honestly, I always love seeing new faces and meeting new people and having new members welcome to the community. So we are very glad you're here. And if you're if you're a long-time member too, it is great that you're still here. It means a lot to have you guys sticking with me too, and even as I bumble and blunder my way through YouTube, it means a lot to know there are people who are sticking with me, and yeah. Alright, let's see. See you later. Alright, let's see. Yes, 3 to 5 puppy names when it comes time, which will be pretty soon here, so almost there. Almost 50. Yeah, I do a lot of dino sim videos. I've been meaning to do more. I just, like I said, I've been very behind schedule this week, but I am meaning to go back to Dinosaur Simulator. Maybe I'll try and record one of those tonight. We'll see. It kind of depends. I want to make sure I get niche done first because a new update, I know you guys are all super excited for that, but maybe we'll try and get some Dino Sim done as well. Like I said, I'm pre-recording videos today because I'm not going to be here tomorrow. I'm going to be off celebrating my birthday. So, yes, I'm going to try and pre-record some stuff for you guys. And, it'll be a good opportunity for if you're behind on any series, it'll be a little bit of a lighter day so you guys can catch up if you'd like. Let's see. Oh, whoa! We actually hit 600? Dude. Oh, and right as we found puppies. Wow. Oh, wow. That's awesome. Thank you, guys. That's super awesome. Aw. Alright, so let's see. So we have 1 female and 3 males, and let's see what they look like. Here we go. We're going to be playing on challenging. And we have 1 gray male, and the others are all brownish. Okay, so I'm going to go pack stats, and then I'm going to get my randomizer up. And we have 1 female and 3 males. So you can start submitting names now. Wow. I still can't believe we're at 600. That's insane. That's more than halfway to 1,000. Do you even understand how many people that is? If you put that many people in a room, that's crazy. That's honestly incredible. So thank you guys. All right, let's see. Alrighty. I'm going to start taking down names. So let's see. All right. Oh my goodness. There's always certain people who will not be named who like to suggest very specific names. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. Alrighty. Sorry if I'm quiet, I'm just taking down names. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's see. Oh dear. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up. Let's see. Alrighty here. Alright, let's see. Okay, one moment. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's see. Okay, wait. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I'm afraid we can't name all the puppies Kugel. Oh my word. Alrighty. Do you ever just need to pop your back and then it won't pop? This has been Candid Moments with Jay. Alright, let's see. Alright. I'm gonna give it a little bit longer, but I'm starting to see the names dying down, the flood of names. But I'm going to give it a few moments longer. And, then... Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and randomize then. I'm not seeing any new names. So, I'm not seeing any new names, so I'm going to go ahead and randomize. So we'll start with the female name because there's only one. And so the female's name is Shrub. And then the male's names are Forest. Let me take that one off the list here so we don't get the same name twice. Kensington. Is that how? Yeah, I think that's how I spelled it. Let me take that one off. And then Hunter. Okay. So okay, wait. Where is that? Okay. So we have Forest, Shrub, Kensington, and Hunter. And let's see. I don't think there's any specific one. Okay, so Hunter is the gray puppy, and we immediately have to raise the pack affinity because that is Nekora's challenge. She has to raise that pack affinity immediately and keep it at 100%. And if it stays at 100%, she will be able to rescue a puppy that may die. If the pack affinity is 100, she is able to rescue them. So let's see. Oh my goodness. So, and just for those of you who may not know, the way we do the names in the live streams, and yes, they are getting hungry, the way we do the names in the live streams is that I actually take all your suggestions and I put them in a random generator, so that way it's completely fair, and it's not me showing preference to one name over another or anything like that. This way it is a completely 100% fair. Oh, and it looks like Lynx is gonna feed the puppies. And, oh my goodness me, I just say, I absolutely adore Hunter's coat. Oh my goodness. But yeah, so this way it is completely fair. Kensington, no. And that way it's not me making a call between different puppy names or anything like that. So let's see. Oh dear. Yeah, a lot of you guys know that I tend to have trouble with the pack affinity, and it's because there's like never time to deal with it. There just isn't. There's just not enough time in Shrub. No. Let's see. You guys, I'm sure if you continue suggesting the name Kugel, it will happen eventually. I am sure. Alright, so the mission is completed. Now we have to keep watch. We got that pack affinity all the way up, so I'm actually going to run out here and go to some of the further carcasses to get food. So let's see. Alright. Here we go. And they're safe, that's good. Lynx is here. We'll finish off this carcass. And maybe we will try and visit the cattle ranch this time. So let's see. Okay, so we go that way. I'm gonna leave those there, but we'll eat this from this one. Oh dear. Well, if you like me not putting up the territory open, we have to raise that pack affinity media, so let's do it at a distance by howling. But if you like having stranger wolves show up, then you would probably like the last few episodes of the Galaxy Pack, because that was kind of a theme there. And we're going to mark the territory now that the affinity is up. And let's see. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We have... I actually like the name Shrub. It's kind of cute. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the generators are known for irony sometimes, I will say. So let's see. Where... Okay, where is going to be whatever is attacking and what is it? There's a coyote. Okay. And we have to raise the affinity. So we're going to stop here and howl. And then we're gonna need to go attack the coyote. Come on. Yep, okay. Now we're gonna... Oh, lag. Now we're going to need... we'll fight the coyote, and then we'll go feed the puppies. And sorry for the occasional lag spikes. I think I just need to restart this computer, but I'm a weirdo who doesn't do that often. And I haven't done it for a while. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Shrub is gonna be a meme. I'm sorry, Shrub. I'm sorry. The meme lords have spoken. Oh my goodness. Alright, I'm gonna run down here and get some more food, and we have to stop and raise the pack affinity again. That goes down so fast. Seriously, how can you possibly keep that up? I have concerns. Oh my goodness. But yeah, we're gonna go and we'll make sure we can eat from this carcass. There's a coyote. Let's kill the coyote. So that he does not come and attack our puppies. Oh my goodness. Yeah, at this rate, Shrub may well get a side story, although it's going to be kind of hard to follow up with any side story descendants this time, because we're going to have, like, what? We'll have over 20 potential side stories this next time, between Nova and Andromeda's puppies. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's going to be quite an interesting... a very interesting situation, trying to do all those side stories, or at least we're not going to get through all of them. There's no way we're going to get through all of them. We'd have to stream pretty much every day for a month to get through all of them. But oh, the pack affinity is down again. Why do I hear scary music? Why? Why? Why do I hear music? I don't know what is attacking, but I think something is. And do I see anything? That's... Oh dear. It's gonna run too. That's fine. No, we have to stop and howl. Why? 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 No, I have nightmarish memories of this den. Nekora, I'm sure you do too. You were in that litter, weren't you? I'm pretty sure she was. I'm pretty sure she was in the litter that had a horrible experience with the cougar at this den. No, we're gonna try and why? Why do we have to... we probably moved too fast. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. There we go. Okay, where'd this cougar go? Oh gosh. All the way over here. We're gonna pull up back and hopefully be able to protect the puppies. And the pack affinity is down again. You know what? We're actually gonna just run up though and play with them. So we'll go deal with it that way. Yeah, I think you guys would probably riot if Shrub died at this point. I very much get that impression. All of you are really, really attached to Shrub. Oh my goodness. Oh my word. Let's see. Forrest is walking off. That's fine. And we gotta play with him again because the pack affinity went back down. I'm gonna actually go get more food. Hopefully the cougar will come back by then. Oh boy. Oh my. Shrub is the meme now, you guys. Oh, we gotta howl. The meme. The meme. Oh my goodness. Oh, the meme. Oh my goodness. I think it's out of our hands now. The meme lords have spoken. So we're gonna eat from this carcass. So the whole thing with the feud with the Druid pack has been kind of controversial. Apollo's actions certainly made it worse, but it's one of those things where no one is a villain in their own eyes. So depending on whose side you look at it from, I mean, Apollo clearly thought he was doing the right thing in dominating them, but to the Druid's eyes, he was an aggressor and attacker who, we gotta howl again, who was causing trouble and who was then stopped. So it depends on your perspective in things. Apollo thought he was doing the right thing. He just made the best decision he knew how to at the time, but others may not see it that way. That's, you know, there are some things in life that are black and white, but there are other things that aren't. Almost every war has not been black. There's almost never been a war that's black and white, probably. And there is usually some element of gray to it. There's always more going on than meets the eye, and that's a lot of that's a lot of what happened with that. It was a very complicated political situation, honestly, and it was a lot of story element. Is that cougar back yet? We gotta howl again. No, it isn't. It's probably broken it too. It's probably broken the predator glitch. I wish they wouldn't run. If they would just leave, if they would just stay. Oh no, it is there. Okay. No, I'm not gonna deal with this. It's running again. Why? Okay, it's coming up towards the den. Okay, we can attack it, attack it, attack it. Now we have to howl to raise the pack affinity. There we go. And then we should feed puppies. And then we need to go get more food. And we need to heal Nekora because she couldn't handle another cougar attack. Alright. Here we go. Let's see. Alright, here we go. Yeah, it is an interesting thing to contemplate, though, the complexities of some of what has gone on in this series. It's not always going to be black and white. Everyone has their motives, and to others, they may see that person as a villain. What's justified in one's eyes may not be in another. It's kind of interesting. Alright, let's make sure that we get our health all the way up again. Oh, we gotta raise the pack affinity again. Oh my goodness. Oh dear. Oh, what have we done? Shrub will never... Shrub will be remembered, that's all I can say. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't even have words to explain. I don't know. I did not expect that to be a meme. Of all the things that have become a meme, I did not expect Shrub to become a meme. The poor dear. She will live down in infamy forever. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my word. We've descended into the darkness of memes. Oh my word. It's always a little bit interesting because... Oh, we gotta howl again. Because in situations where one puppy becomes really popular, that always creates an interesting situation for me. Because if that pup dies, like, what do? Do I protect that puppy above all the others, or do I show impartiality and leave it up? Oh, there's a bear. Leave it more up to just whatever ends up happening. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, that's always been something that's interesting. Or when I have to choose between puppies, like with Andromeda, I had to choose between puppies at one point, which one to go after, a couple of times actually, and sometimes it had disastrous consequences, and we'll go ahead and we'll play with these guys to get their pack affinity up. But making that choice was one of the most difficult parts, and remains one of the most difficult parts of playing this game and doing this series. So let's see. Oh, yeah. Yes, I remember James. Oh my goodness, do I ever remember James. James was in a multiplayer session. So last time we did a stream, some of you guys did a multiplayer session afterwards, and I hopped in for that for a while. And explanation of James. So somebody had the red tint on their coat turned all the way up. Somebody else had that gray coat that is capable of producing the blonde puppy. Well, the blonde puppy got... the game created a blonde puppy and gave that red tint to the blonde puppy. So it was about the blondest puppy you could ever imagine. It was pretty hilarious. And I was really bored, so I named the puppy James because James Blonde. It was a random, I don't even know. I don't even watch James Bond. But I decided to make a random joke. So that puppy lacked every ounce of survival skills. I have never seen a puppy so prone to chaos. He walked towards the predators, and come time for the journey, he would flop down on the ground and refuse to move until someone carried him. He lacked all survival skills, yet somehow he managed to live, and he practically became a meme from that. So that's the James Blonde joke that keeps going around. That's what happened with that madness. I don't even know. I really don't even know. It was really late at night and I was half delusional, and it turned out really funny. But there was also, okay, I don't know if I've ever shared this story, but back when we were beta testing 2.7, I had just joined the beta team. It was the first release that I'd ever beta tested. And we were testing out the multiplayer and the pup raising multiplayer, and so I was on the LEGO message boards when that was a thing, and there was a running gag about people saying brick instead of saying bad words. So, like, or instead of saying oh darn, it was oh brick, or whatever, or not even bad words, just words. So like instead of oh shoot or oh darn, it was oh brick, because you know, Legos. And I picked it up and I started saying it in real life, so it'd be like oh brick. And I said it in chat one time when something almost killed the puppies, and everybody thought it was the most hilarious thing. And one of the other beta testers named a puppy Brick, And again, it was a similar story. So we had a puppy named Brick who actually made it. Amazingly, I think. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember. Either everybody died or I think either everybody died except Brick. Everybody died or Brick made it. In any case, unless everybody died, Brick made it. I don't even remember now. But we had a puppy named Brick. And that may have been my first meme in this game. Oh gosh, ouch, ouch. No, no, no. No, no. Oh gosh, okay. We should be able to, there we go. Oh gosh, no. We gotta play with puppies. Play puppies now. So, yeah. That's interesting. I wonder if James, I don't know. I don't think James would make a good druid. I don't think he would make a good druid. He doesn't have the survival skills. They're supposed to be known for being a fierce a pack of warriors. I don't think James would make the cut. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So let's see. Where do we go? We go down here. Alright, let's see. Oh dear, now you guys are all going to suggest naming the puppy Brick. What have I done? Why did I tell this story? But yeah, that's just a random beta adventure. There have been a lot of beta adventures and misadventures. Oh, and we gotta raise the affinity again. But yeah, I have a lot of beta stories. I'm sure they'll come out from time to time, and you will hear about them. But yeah, beta testing is a very interesting experience and leads to some unexpected things sometimes. Bugs also make for some interesting happenings a lot of the time. There used to be a bug where the walls around the Stranger Wolf territory didn't work properly, and you could get through them if you knew what to do. And that was actually the first glitch I ever found. And I'm pretty sure, to be perfectly honest, all this could be my fault because I'm pretty sure I went and tortured the druids by standing right there and they couldn't actually do anything and I was in their territory. So I may have escalated the conflict in beta testing. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, that is a cougar. I think it's going for the carcass though. I'm going to try and I want it to get to the carcass because then we have to attack it. Okay, and we've got to howl to raise the pack affinity. No, it's eating our carcass. No, why? Raise it, please, 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 please. Yes, okay. Okay, cougar, no. That's my food. It's not your food. Not you. Not for you. Not for you. Oh, why did you not? What? Why? 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 Cougar, why? Why is this even a thing? It's the unchaseable cougar. It's the unchaseable cougar. Why? Why is this a thing? No, cougar. Leave my food. Leave my puppies alone. I will kill you if I have to. Because you can die. And we need to raise pack affinity yet again. Puppies are starting to get hungry. This cougar is bound and determined to devour this whole carcass. No, cougar. This is like my nightmare. Okay. Oops, I missed. Alright. Alright. There we go. Finally. That's about time. Alright, let's raise pack affinity again and then see what's attacking the puppies. Oh, yeah! We have encountered the walrus deer in niche. I think I may have screamed when I saw it. I at least yelped. That's a bear. Alright, we're gonna circle around. Yeah, the walrus deer is a little bit terrifying. More than a little bit terrifying. Yeah. I think I actually kind of yelped when I first saw it because it is fairly terrifying. Yes, occasionally. So, okay. The thing with the wolf territories, you being able to get into them in multiplayer, if that happens, get the log and report that, because it's good for them to know about it. But I think a lot of some stuff like that can be due to lag, because it's not possible to do in single player, and it's usually not possible to do if you're the host. It's usually if you're joining a multiplayer game and the connection is bad, sometimes the game doesn't update in time and you can do stuff you shouldn't be able to do. So I think that's a lot of what's gone on with that. But if it happens again, make sure you report that bug and get them your log file so that they can help fix that bug. Let's see. Alrighty, did it? It didn't even go. Okay. Oh gosh. Yeah, the walrus deer, if you haven't seen pictures of it, it may haunt your dreams. Oh my goodness. Honestly, oh, I've let the territory decline. That's not good. Oh gosh. There's another bear too. So we've got a howl to get the territory up, and then we're gonna wait on chasing that bear. We're not even on the grow your pups mission, are we? Did it? What? What? You're supposed to raise territory. It didn't even do that, did it? Dude, come on. There we go. Now, let's get that territory up, and then we'll go chase the bear. And, gosh, this is gonna take forever. Oh my goodness, we need to pick up the pace here. It's 2 hours, and we haven't even started the journey. Holy stinking moly. This is why it can be difficult to do the Aspen Heights Den. Because the hunting takes so long, and the journey takes so long. Oh my goodness. If somebody has a picture of the walrus deer, you might want to show it to Spidey so she knows what we're talking about. It's also in the episode, and I pretty much shrieked when I saw it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, potentially. Ostrich, potentially. Potentially. I don't know where it came from. I think... I don't know. I've heard other people using it, and so I guess I picked it up as well. The phrase bad news bears, I mean. I'm not really sure where it originates from. And then we have to raise the affinity again. Oh, goodness. Alrighty. Oh, my throat is sort of dying at the moment, and so I do apologize. And let's see. We're gonna attack this bear. 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 No. Nope. There we go. How about no? There we go. Oh, good. Okay, now we can grow our puppies. Now we're about ready for the journey. We just have to get these guys up to a good weight. Alright. Forest, hunter, and then shrub. Who is patiently waiting your turn. That's good. No, I didn't want to pick her up. Why? What do I hear? Hunter? Do not walk out of my sight. Hunter? No. What do I hear? What am I hearing? What am I hearing? I have concerns. Well, for those of you guys who have to go, don't forget you can always watch the stream afterwards. It is recorded. And hopefully I'll see you guys around in future streams and in my other videos. So yeah, it's a little bit of a later stream than I intended. Sorry about that. I just got such a late start on my stuff because birds. Yeah. Oh. Alrighty. Where... Okay. So, there's probably gonna be another predator. Oh, man. Alright. Where and what is the predator? It is a coyote, and it is right here. And, dang it, puppies. Dang it, Puppies. We have to go back quickly and redo the pack affinity. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Alright, let's feed everyone now. Feed. 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 Oh. It looks like Lynx is gonna help us. And then feed. Feed. There's Coyote, dang it. Why? Can I multitask? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Oh, you bet I can. We gotta pee on things as well because the territory's going down. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what to think of Shrub the Meme. Alright. Let's raise that pack affinity. Oh my goodness. I have no words, you guys. I really have no words. I don't even know what to think. I just don't. We haven't gotten to the cattle ranch yet. We've been kind of busy trying to just get through this because we're running behind schedule and the stream is going really late and we're not even on the journey yet. So we might have to two-part this. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? It's getting pretty late. We've never had to do that before, but it's getting pretty late and we're not even on the journey and we're already 2.5 hours in. So what do you guys think about making this a two-parter and continuing probably on Thursday? Let's kill this bunny. What do you guys think? Is that a good idea, or do you want us to just try and push through tonight? Ah, hello! Welcome to the stream. What do you think? Oh boy, what's attacking? What is attacking and where? I don't actually see anything. Now I'm concerned. Oh, there it is. There it is. Alright, let's see. Oh, wow, are we at 600? Wow. Alrighty. Oh, 601. Dang. Well, thank you guys. Okay, so it looks like I think we are going to leave off here. I'm seeing... Yeah. I think we're gonna have to two-part this, so I'm gonna pause here. We'll save the game, so I'm gonna wrap this up. Anybody have any last questions? Because we'll be continuing this hopefully on Thursday, so stay tuned and don't forget to come check and catch the exciting conclusion to Nekora's story. Oh my goodness. Alrighty. Yeah, that'll give some of you guys a chance to catch up on other things too if you want to do that. Okay, so any last questions or anything before we go? Alright, also my voice is dying and I have to record episodes for tomorrow, so keep that in mind too. Yeah, we'll do two parts. It'll be Thursday afternoon. I don't know exactly what time. It depends on when I get my other videos done. But it's usually between 1 and 3 on, it's usually between 1 and 3 Pacific Standard. Have I ever ridden a horse? Yes, I have. I've done various horseback riding things and like trail riding sort of things. I don't own horses or anything though. Oh my goodness. Alrighty. So I think I'm going to wrap up here. So I will see you guys next time. And don't forget to come and check in on Thursday for the exciting conclusion to Nekora's adventure. So I'll see you guys next time. But until then, this is Jay. Over and out.